his heart is full of hate. He butthurts, cries, and a dark shadow falls over this troll. From the ashes of a once great fandom has risen a meme, an LOL that must be liked. We look to the airways for a vindicator, someone to strike fear in the dark basement of the parents who created him. The battle between fan and smart has begun. With a head on his shoulders stands the smart fan, a speaker of truth, with a voice of silence, and a radio show of justice. This is Ring Rust.
Elimination Chamber this coming Sunday on the WWE Network, live from the Talking Stick Resort Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. So we got 7 matches here so far anyway. Something might be added between now and the time you actually watch Elimination Chamber, which, you know, comes so close on the heels of Royal Rumble. It's almost as though they're saying, you know, we'll give podcasters and radio people and whatever a chance to review the show. And then in time for their next show, they'll be previewing another one of our shows. And, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Luke Harper will be taking on Randy Orton in a singles match where it's just like, let's punch each other in the face, I guess. Because Luke Harper used to be in the Wyatt family, and now Randy Orton's in the new Wyatt family. So, sure, why not? Now this might end up being just they'll tussle for a few minutes and then they'll start laughing, and then the rest of the Wyatt family comes out and they say, gotcha! And, well, not quite literal, but the Wyatt family equivalent of gotcha, I suppose. So, we'll see. I do predict, though, that Randy Orton's probably going to win this one because he's fighting Luke Harper. And he's Randy Orton. And even at his worst, he's still upper mid-card / lower main event. Upper mid-card, we'll call him. We'll say he's mired right there. You're listening to Ring Rust Redux on Jabronology TV. Becky Lynch will be taking on Mickie James in a how dare you put on that mask and ugly costume and hit me with your fists and stuff match. And that's the skew I anticipate it's going to take. It's probably going to be Becky Lynch not quite dominating. Yeah, I wouldn't say really dominating. It's going to be a give and take, but I imagine Becky Lynch is going to be the one who's going to end up taking the win on this one, I think, maybe, because, I don't know, she's a newer talent, former SmackDown Women's Champion. Not that Mickie James isn't a former WWE Women's and Divas and TNA Women's Champion, but it's rather unfortunate that one of my current crushes is having to face one of my former crushes. Not that she isn't still my current crush, I suppose, but one of my current crushes, I should specify, because I have so many. But I'm going to go with the newer because reasons. You're listening to Ring Rust Redux on Jabronology TV. Back to Elimination Chamber this coming Sunday on the WWE Network. Apollo Crews and Kalisto, who I have dubbed Samurai Nation because, you know, Kalisto was Samurai del Sol and Apollo Crews was known as Yuha. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Yuha Nation on their various independent circuits or whatever you want to call it. So I just combined the two ideas and shut up. We'll be taking on Dolph Ziggler in a 2-on-1 match. So, I don't know. Dolph Ziggler seems to be a newly rechristened Snidely Whiplash, so I think he's probably going to end up beating the Dudley Do-Right team. That and, I don't know, the other two don't seem to really be doing a whole hell of a lot. I mean, Kalisto really should be on 205 Live, and Apollo Crews is Apollo Crews. I don't think he's going to get much further than the mid-card, personally, but I'm more than happy to be proven wrong. I'm more than happy to be proven wrong, but, you know, I personally don't see it. So, that's my prediction. Dolph Ziggler is going to come out on top.
Oh, is it hot in here? Or was I just engulfed in flames? And broads?
You there! What's your story?
I'm Ernie Devlin, and I don't question it.
Oh, I like that. Don't budge. I'm taking your mind. Mind encryption, perhaps?
You are listening to Ring Rust Redux on Jabronology TV. So next up, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship match, which sees champion Alexa Bliss defending against Naomi. Sure. I mean, she did pin Bliss in a tag team match, and that's basic wrestling booking when you have a champion and you want to show someone as a legitimate contender for a championship. You put these people in a tag team match. They were at the Royal Rumble in a 6-woman tag team match, and Naomi pinned Bliss then too. And then in a regular tag team match on SmackDown after that, Naomi pinned Bliss again. So, I mean, the logic fits, the logic works. That's kind of how it is. That's how it's always been. That's the number one way to do things, which is kind of strange a little bit, because WWE's been throwing stuff like that to the wind and saying, well, normally a challenger won't beat a champion the first time they go for that belt, and oops, well, I guess we're gonna just go ahead and change that. So, I'm torn. I think it's still probably a safe bet. Nothing personal against Naomi, but it's Naomi. She has been her gimmick up until this point. You see Naomi? Does that look like someone you want to put that belt on? So, Alexa Bliss gonna retain her title for the time being anyway. If a feud develops, who knows? A couple of months from now, maybe after WrestleMania, possibly in time for SummerSlam, Naomi could be champ. Who knows? In a world like this. Or maybe WWE's bookers are just getting spiteful. You're listening to Ring Rust Redux on Jabronology TV. This is Fanboy Mark Jabroni. You're listening to Ring Rust. So we're going to take a slight break from the Elimination Chamber pre-preview and pop on over to the CHMR's Ring Rust Facebook page, where we discover that Kevin Owens has an issue with the WWE's graphic team for photoshopping WWE Universal Championship #1 contender Bill Goldberg's beard color from gray to black for the WWE Fastlane Vroom Vroom poster, and also he had some ideas as to what the graphic team should do with his own beard. And yeah, so pop on over to the CHMR's Ring Rust Facebook page, give it a like if you haven't already, and check out that rather emphatic tweet. You're listening to Ring Rust Redux on Jabronology TV. Now time for this week's Macho Fact. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get away from Randy Savage. And the Macho Man is secretly the president of the Ninja Army. Like me on Facebook, tinyurl.com/ringrust. Follow me on Twitter @MarkJabroni. And subscribe to Jabronology TV, youtube.com/fanboymarkjabroni. So back to the WWE Elimination Chamber pre-preview on the WWE Network. We have a tag team turmoil match for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships, which will see the champions American Alpha, Chad Gable and Jason Jordan, defending against Redneck and No Neck, Heath Slater and Rhino, Breezango, Tyler Breeze and Fandango, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, the Ascension, Connor and Victor, and the Vaudevillains, Aiden English and Simon Gotch. And, they made a big deal over this past SmackDown that they haven't been defending, no one stepped up to challenge them for the tag titles, and then all of a sudden, bam. It's like flying several million years and not seeing a single black hole, and then all of a sudden, 9 of them. Or whatever that Red Dwarf quote is. So, that's the thing is, with space, it's black. With black holes, they're black. Again, I think, the Usos probably have the best chance of all of them who are currently challenging for the first time, at least for these specific titles. I'm differentiating, previously there was the WWE Tag Team Championships, which, before the brand split. So, I'm gonna go with that. But I still think, though, Jordan and Gable are ready, willing, and able to defend their titles successfully, even against 5 other teams, even so. But then again, they are elite.
This is the Great Cat Guitar Show! Slamming Wrestling News Radio on Ring Rust, CHMR 93.5 FM!
So, the next match, second last match, at least according to the Wikipedia page, I have no doubt it's not going to be in this order, but just taken from the Wikipedia page because I have to start somewhere and use something as a basis for my preview. So, Nikki Bella will be taking on Natalya in just a regular, how dare you cross me several pay-per-views back and then pretend you didn't do it match. So, maybe Nikki will channel some Brie, and she'll go into Brie mode, buck, but I predict, on the other hand, that Natalya's going to come out on top of this one. She's got that new foundation she can build on.
For me, you shouldn't have!
I'm a hemophiliac.
Scared, huh?
You should be.
Hey, what's up? This is referee Tony S., and you're listening to Ring Rust on CHMR.
Like me on Facebook, tinyurl.com/ringrust. Follow me on Twitter @MarkJabroni. And subscribe to Jabronology TV, youtube.com/fanboymarkjabroni. So the last match for WWE Elimination Chamber for this year on the WWE Network from the Talking Stick Resort Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. John Cena defending his SmackDown Heavyweight Championship against AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, The Miz, Baron Corbin, and Bray Wyatt in an Elimination Chamber match. So, The Miz, former champion. Dean Ambrose, former champion. That specific? Yes, that specific championship, yeah. AJ Styles, of course, the previous champion, who just lost it to John Cena. So, 3 of the 5 people going after the title are previous champions. So that's a pretty good argument for that. And then there's Bray Wyatt, I think, who previously challenged for the title a year or so ago, at least. And then there's Baron Corbin, who's Baron Corbin. Very nice. So yeah, I don't think he'll be the first one eliminated. Unfortunately, I see that being either Dean Ambrose or Bray Wyatt. I'm not predicting necessarily officially who's going to be the first one eliminated, but because you never know what's going to happen. John Cena could attitude adjust every single one of them as they're going into the... Like, he could be the first one out there and just stand there and wait for him to come in, just give an attitude adjustment to each one of them, and then just do this with his hands and say, now what? You butthurt tosspot internet wrestling fans? Oh my god, I hope he grabs a microphone and says exactly that. That's it for another show, kiddies. Check me out on Facebook, where you can keep track of all the news that's right on the mark, from around ringside to the latest concerts. See you at the shows. Later days.